Hey everyone, welcome back to the Long Dark. Today we're going to be looking at how to get from Transfer Pass to Forsaken Airfield, more specifically the airport area, the control tower, all that stuff from Transfer Pass. So I developed a new shortcut, kind of found it throughout my playthroughs, and wanted to share it with you all, hopefully in a more comprehensive guide than appeared in the video. So without any further explanation, let's go ahead and get started. So the first step to this guide in accessing the airfield in the quickest time possible is finding your way from Transfer Pass to the Forsaken Airfield entrance. It's not that hard. You just take the first road to the left that goes all the way up the hill, and you'll eventually get over here. Now, this shortcut is designed to save you a ton of time. It's certainly not supposed to, I don't think, exist. I don't think any of the real shortcuts are supposed to exist, but this one is certainly I think it's very, very helpful. So what we're going to do, leave Transfer Pass into Forsaken Airfield, and this shortcut is designed to get you up there. You see kind of how you're not really supposed to get up there. There's no real way to get up here from here. This is kind of what I call a one-way ticket in the Long Dark, where the game, it's only designed for you to exit. You fall down the rocks, and it's supposed to be a quick exit to Transfer Pass. So there's actually no way up, just designed to be a one-way down. But we're going to kind of bypass that here. We get a little sprint going, and it's going to be one of the rocks here to the right. It's actually going to be, believe it or not, it actually might be your full-size tree right here to the right. So once you see this tree, kind of how it's angled, you're going to go up towards the right. And up towards the right is going to help you get some elevation, so you can step on this rock right here. Now after this rock, you're going to want to balance yourself on this tree bridge. It can be a little sketchy. Maybe don't do this with a character you really like. If you fall all the way down, you're not going to die, but it certainly might hurt. So you're going to have to get around a lot of these limbs. It's going to take a little bit of being careful and fidgeting around with your character, but eventually you're going to get to this broken part of the tree. You see here? All the way up after you cross the tree. Next, what you're going to do, you're going to want to sprint over to this rock. You sprint because you don't want to fall down too much before you hit this rock. And then you're going to go up here. And you should have this view like so, kind of the little valley down there as well. So, next part, it's a little tricky, but you're going to want to jump down onto this rock right here. This way you kind of keep your elevation as you work your way over. You can kind of see how we're getting over to a little bit of a clearing here. Do not drop down down there or any lower than this because you will not be able to use the shortcut. Next, we're going to cross right over. You can see where we are, our footprints we've come across. And then lastly, you're going to want to try to, here, I'll repeat this here. You're going to want to try to hug the wall as best you can so you can latch onto this first little rise in the snow. That'll get you just enough elevation to where we can finally see where this shortcut kind of dumps out to. So we're going to walk over here, and just like that, we are over to where that one-way ticket was. So if you keep following this path to the right there, that's going to take you all the way back to Transfer Pass, where we literally just were. But instead, what you're going to do is you're going to take your first left here. Right from coming up at the shortcut, you're going to take your first left, and you're going to see two what I like to call rosehip climbs. They're not rope climbs. They're just short little cutscenes that you're climbing, basically vines. You're climbing roots, essentially. So we'll work our way up. You see where we are? Now we're in territory where we're supposed to be. This is not shortcut territory. So we're going to go ahead and climb this one. And we will work our way to the next one. There should only be two of these little climbs, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and see. But just a little bit more on this shortcut. So I did find this shortcut as I was playing. So it was really kind of impromptu. I was like, hey, where does this go? And then it kind of led me to here. But this shortcut, it really, really is designed for you to save a ton of time. It saves almost about a half a day of walking if you were to do it normally to get to the airfield. Okay, so you can see where we came out of back there. You're going to have two ways to go. You can go left. I'm not actually quite sure where this way goes. I think this way just kind of goes back to the broader region. Actually, it very well just might be a dead end. But regardless, from where we came out of, you're going to want to stick to the right. To the right is where you were going to see this little rock bridge, if you will. It's going to take us over that same road we were just on. You can see here. But now this is kind of a tricky part though, because this is once again another one-way ticket from this side. You're not supposed to be able to jump over to this side. So what we're going to do, let's get ourselves a nice big running start. Perfect. Just like that. It will work flawlessly if you angle it correctly right onto the snow patch. If you hit this side, you will fall all the way down. And by this fall height, you actually may perish. So you do want to be careful. So there's a kind of a big risk to this shortcut, but once you start playing it a lot, you're going to start mastering it. So what I'm trying to do right now is just trying to shimmy my way up the snowbank. It's going to take a few tries for you, no doubt. It takes a few tries for me usually. But just like that, yeah, see, there we go. We're back onto this path. So you jump onto that little piece of snow, you try to wiggle your way up, and eventually you will make your way here. It certainly will take you some time, most definitely, but it is such a reliable way to go. Okay, so next, we are going to go ahead and go this way. This way will take you right to the airport. I think this way actually takes you... We can actually go down this way for just a second, just to see. Don't follow me in-game, but I don't think this really takes you really anywhere. This is kind of my own experimenting as well. But this shouldn't really take you to... Oh, actually, I guess it does. Oh, yeah, no. Actually, this totally links up with what we were doing. So, going back to kind of where we were, if you go straight ahead or if you take this right, it's not going to matter because you're still going to be emptied out near the airfield. You can see it down there already. Yeah, so that way to the left takes you down this way. And then obviously the way we just were takes you this way. And then you're going to keep following the path all the way down. Let's see if we can maybe stop and get a nice view of the airfield. Yeah, look at that, huh? So, I mean, it's right there. It is literally right there from the entrance. And the original way would have you taking all the way over there. You'd have to walk the road, roll all the way around, and you'd be emptied out there. So, there it is, right there, plain as day. It is going to start fogging over in-game, unfortunately. But we will persist down to the airfield so you guys can get a full look. But it's not hard. It's really not hard. You're just going to keep following this path all the way down. There we go. Also, I guess a little shortcut tip. You can totally skip these climbs downward by just jumping off. Don't jump totally off, but, you know, kind of be a little cautious, I suppose. Can I get down this way? No. Let's just stick to the shortcut. Don't want to kill ourselves in the shortcut debut. So we'll run down here. And this will ultimately dump you out literally right behind the airfield. It's a nice carcass right there too. I believe that always spawns in. Yeah, here. Looks like this. You can see the airfield just in front of us. There should not be any wildlife, hostile wildlife in this immediate area right here. So I think you're going to be okay just kind of sprinting along like I am without a care in the world. The only real obstacle in Forsaken Airfield is most certainly the cold and glimmer fog, which can set in really fast. You can see kind of how fast this fog set in. So, yeah, no wildlife around either. And just like that, guys, you're really at the airfield. There's really nothing special to it. You just got to do a few jumps, a few strategic maneuvers, and you're here in no time. You're here in no time. Yeah. So this saves you, it saves you a lot of time. I bet you if the developers knew about this one, they would instantly patch it because it kind of takes away a majority of Forsaken Airfield's initial travel that you do when you first come in. So you skip the entire road and you skip a lot of wildlife as well. So yeah, just like that, guys, we're here from Transfer Pass. Again, not too involved, doesn't take a lot of planning. See a wolf over there. Not a ton of planning, not a ton of time. You can see we really got here probably within, I'd say, 2, 3, maybe 3 hours in-game. So really, really convenient if you have a high-end character and you're really struggling to survive and you got to get over here because you can't afford to be cold. You can just take that shortcut. It's really no big deal. So if you made it this far, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this. Hopefully you can apply it to a real run of yours, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.